Crypto started as a rebellion. After the big money crash of 2008, when banks messed up and governments saved them, Satoshi Nakamoto put out a plan that looked like computer code. Bitcoin offered something totally new and exciting. It was a world where you could keep and move your own money without anyone else in charge. No one in the middle to say yes or no to your payments. No bank to stop you from using your money. No secret government talks to decide who gets help and who gets hurt. But 10 years later, lots of people who believed in crypto's big idea are right back where they started. They get their crypto on Coinbase. They just leave their money there, all locked up. And with that choice, they give back the freedom they came here to get. Coinbase says it's your way into the future, but if you really look, the truth is not so bright. They can freeze your account, they can stop you from buying or selling, they can tell on you, follow you and make money, because you rely on them. You've been told a story about freedom, but honestly, it's just another cage. It's shiny, digital, and called new and improved, but it's still a cage. Bitcoin wasn't made to be easy to use. It wasn't supposed to make Wall Street even richer, or to fit perfectly into the old way of doing things. It was created to fight against it. When banks fell apart in 2008, and lots of people lost their homes, jobs and money, everyone had to agree that the money system was not working right. Bitcoin's white paper didn't just suggest a new type of money, it basically said, no more, to the idea that only a few big companies should be in charge. Its really smart part was making everything spread out, not controlled by one group. With Bitcoin, there would be no one in charge, no boss who could say yes or no to your money moves. You didn't need anyone's okay because owning your money was part of how the blockchain itself was made. The idea was simple, freedom through math, not trust. But when people choose to store their Bitcoin and Ethereum on Coinbase, they take this big idea and put it right back under the same lock and key they once fought to get away from. The promise of crypto is still alive, but it can't last if people just give it away to companies that act like secret online banks. Coinbase knew what it was doing. From the very beginning, it presented itself as the safe, easy way to get into crypto. Its app looked just like the money apps people already trusted. Its website promised safety, following the rules, and being simple to use. For newcomers, it felt less like stepping into a wild new place and more like being guided into a safe, familiar neighborhood. Millions of people trusted Coinbase because it was easy to use, and that trust became the very strong base for its big success. But, beneath the sleek design and marketing there's a truth that looks a lot like the old bank's crypto was supposed to get rid of. Coinbase has control of your stuff, Coinbase makes all the rules, and, yeah, Coinbase makes money, because you depend on them. And just like the old banks, when things get tough, Coinbase looks out for itself first, and you second. It's like a wolf pretending to be a sheep, a big company that acts like it's all about being free and open, and honestly, lots of people fall for it without even knowing. One of the most upsetting things about Coinbase is that your money isn't really yours when it's on their exchange. Your account can be frozen at any time. Sometimes it's because of strange activity. Sometimes it's a check to make sure everything is legal. And well, sometimes it's just a mistake in their system. The result is always the same. You can't touch your money. In that moment, the illusion shatters. The shiny Coinbase app is really no different from a bank teller saying, "Sorry, your account is locked." What makes it even more painful is that freezes often happen during critical times, like when the market is crashing and you need to sell, or when the market is surging and you need to buy. Imagine just staring at your balance, watching your wealth disappear, while being totally powerless to do anything. That's not financial freedom, it's actually just being dependent, but it looks like it's convenient. Crypto promised you'd own your money, but, Coinbase reminds you that when you let them hold your digital keys, they get to make all the rules. If Bitcoin was designed as anonymous cash for the internet, well, Coinbase is really the opposite. To open an account, you have to hand over your identity, your name, your address, your government-issued ID, and sometimes even your biometric data. All of it is saved, all of it is connected to your money moves, and all of it can be given to government groups or police. Coinbase has pretty much changed the idea of keeping your money matters private into a big list for watching everything. Every trade, every transfer, every action is recorded, watched, and linked back to you. This isn't freedom, this is like banking, but even more nosy. People who go to Coinbase for safety don't realize they are helping to build the very thing crypto was supposed to get rid of. A system where money isn't just controlled, but watched, listed, and used to help a growing surveillance state. On Coinbase, your freedom to buy and sell isn't set in stone. It depends on certain things. The company gets to choose which coins they show, which ones they take away, and which assets you can't touch. One day you might be able to trade freely, and the next day you might find that your asset is gone, or even worse, that you can't buy or sell because of how the market is doing. You know, this is just like banks that won't let certain payments go through, or stockbrokers who stop trading when it hurts their profits. It's pretty annoying, right? So, here's the thing. Coinbase has the power to decide what is available to you, and by keeping your funds there, you accept their control. The reality is harsh. You are not the master of your portfolio. Coinbase is. It's a tough pill to swallow, right? Just like banks, Coinbase makes a lot of money from costs you might not see right away. The company says it's all about being open and clear, but if you look closely, there are differences in prices, fees for trades, and costs to take your money out that slowly take away from what you have. It's kind of like a secret tax, almost. Every time you trade, Coinbase takes a cut, and every time you move your money, another fee pops up. Over time, these hidden costs really hold back your money, keeping you tied to their platform while pretending to keep you safe. What's worse is how familiar this model feels, exactly like the banks crypto was supposed to get rid of. They make money from you trusting them, they make money from you being a bit lazy, and honestly, they make money from the idea that you are in charge. Coinbase doesn't just follow the rules set by government groups, it actually works with them. They have deals with government offices, and, yep, they've openly helped police track and look at crypto money moves. This isn't just a rumor, it's a matter of public record. When you use Coinbase, you're not making transactions freely, you're making them under a microscope. Every move you make is visible to those in power, and the very tool you thought would set you free becomes the tool used to control you. Crypto was supposed to stop surveillance finance, but Coinbase has made it even worse. The main rule of crypto is clear: if you don't have your private keys, you don't truly own your coins. But millions of people ignore this. They log into Coinbase, see a number on the screen, and think they actually own that crypto. But, you know, the numbers you see on a screen are just promises, not things you actually own. Until you move your crypto to a wallet that only you control, it belongs to them, not you. This fake feeling of owning something is really risky, to be honest, because it makes people think they are free when actually, they're just as stuck as they were with a bank. True ownership comes with responsibility, managing your keys, securing your wallet, and yeah, learning to transact without permission. Coinbase saves you that work, but when it does, it also takes away your freedom. History has shown that when markets move wildly, Coinbase often breaks down under the stress. When there are big jumps or drops in the market, the platform often stops working, leaving people unable to get into their accounts right when they need them the most. Imagine watching Bitcoin drop super fast and you can't sell it, or seeing it go way up and you can't buy it. This isn't just a small problem, it's a huge disaster. In those moments, you just can't ignore the truth. Coinbase isn't on your side, it's not there to save you, It's actually a weak system made to protect itself, not you, and when you need it most, it will let you down. Coinbase stays alive because it does what the rule makers say. When governments ask them to stop things, limit things, or forbid things, Coinbase just goes along with it. They really don't have another option. Its business model relies on following the rules of the very system crypto was supposed to get away from. That means, well, your money freedom is connected to the changing world of politics. Today, the excuse might be sanctions. Tomorrow, it could be disagreement. The danger isn't just an idea, it's actually what naturally happens when you trust one main company to control things in a world that's supposed to be about everyone having control. Chapter 11. Banks in Disguise. At this point, the comparison is, well, clear as day. Coinbase keeps your money. Coinbase decides when you can get to it. Coinbase makes money because you rely on them. Coinbase does what the government tells them to do, and Coinbase watches and writes down everything you do. Does that sound like a big change, or does it sound like a bank but with more steps? The truth is plain and simple. Coinbase is just a bank pretending to be something else. What they call innovation isn't about being free, it's just good advertising. The faster people realize this, the quicker they can get back the freedom they were looking for in the first place. Why do people still go to Coinbase? Because it's simple. Being easy to use is the biggest way to control people. People pick the nice-looking app, the easy-to-use screens, and the feeling that things are safe. But, every bit of convenience means you give up some of your control. Being free is never simple. Being free means you need to learn, work hard, and be responsible. If you truly want to be free, you can't let a company that makes money from you needing them be in charge. The easy way out costs you your freedom. Getting away from Coinbase doesn't mean you have to stop using exchanges completely. It means, thinking differently about how you use them. Exchanges should be like tools, not like safes where you keep everything. They should be ways to get in, not places that trap you. Taking back control means putting your money into wallets you own, learning how to use decentralized platforms, and honestly, not letting convenience trick you into giving up your freedom. It means forgetting old habits of relying on others and getting back to habits of being in charge of yourself. So, a real crypto portfolio isn't just about what digital money you own, it's about how you keep it safe. A portfolio that puts freedom first is spread out, strong, and honestly, out of reach from big companies or government power. It uses cold wallets and private keys, and it uses decentralized tools that simply cannot be frozen or censored. It's like a super strong system that can handle when central systems fail. That's because it doesn't rely on them at all. This is the kind of portfolio that truly captures what crypto is all about. This is the kind of portfolio that Coinbase will never offer you because, frankly, Coinbase benefits from keeping you tied down. The crypto revolution was never about apps or trading platforms. It was about freedom to control your own money. It was about breaking down the barriers of financial control and creating a system where people could, be independent. Coinbase has built a shiny new wall and convinced millions to step inside it. But really, the chains are the same. The locks are the same. Just because something looks like freedom doesn't mean it is. The real big change is still out there, waiting for people who are brave enough to grab it. You don't need anyone's say-so. You don't need a thumbs up. You don't need Coinbase. The tools for your freedom are already with you, if you just decide